nice day, but it seems like the virus scare and stuff is still going on. You can see basically most of the stores and stuff are closed down, and for the most part it seems like more people are getting outside. I guess on a lighter note of the day of every place being empty and so forth, how about this with an aquarium? It says, penguins in the Amazon. Some of the penguins went on a field trip to meet the other animals at shed. Wellington seemed most interested in the fishes in Amazon Rising. The black-barred silver dollars also seem interested in their unusual visitor. So yeah, you can see they have these penguins, I guess, walking around like office areas and stuff like that, I guess you could say. Oh, it's got a little lighthearted thing where most animals are probably oblivious to what's going on, right? There would have normally been a lot of festivities for St. Patrick's Day and all that, but because of this, you basically have to cancel. Like here it says, all Vancouver bars and restaurants now required to close for St. Patrick's Day. Public health order extends beyond downtown core. Local health authorities have just announced all Vancouver bars, restaurants, lounges, and similar venues are required to close today. This new order from Vancouver Coastal Health expands the initial downtown core closures, which was given yesterday. VCH's Chief Medical Health Officer, Dr. Patricia Daly, has given this new requirement to local food and drink establishments to show and contain the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. As well, they talk about what I mentioned yesterday, where they're banning things like events and gatherings that are 50 people and more. And you wonder, for example, what that means for things like schools and stuff like that. A lot of kids are actually going on their spring breaks, but according to this, it says BC K-12 schools suspended indefinitely. Elementary and secondary schools in British Columbia will remain closed indefinitely at the end of spring break because of the coronavirus that causes COVID-19. The difficult decision has been made to suspend K-12 learning at this time, said Premier John Horgan at a news conference in Victoria on Tuesday. I think the key word there is the indefinitely, because that means it could go beyond the spring break all the way through the summer, so it makes you wonder what would happen there for everyone. Basically missing like a whole season, so to speak, of schooling and all that. But it does say too, some places are trying to implement things like homeschooling, some online learning material, that way you don't have to actually go to classes. It would make me wonder how that would turn a lot of people's lives upside down, like for parents, for example. Because they're probably used to a lifestyle where, okay, put the kid in school during this hour, we're going to work and all that. But now that they're going to be home all day, they'll have to have extra expenses, take time off. So that'll probably mess everything up in that sense. Would it actually be a good time to fly a drone too, since there's almost no airplanes and stuff with all the cancellations, people banning public gatherings and all that? It's basically the whole airspace is for yourself, huh? Although I did read this about the drones. This one says, drones to drop dye to stop drownings. Surf lifesavers have always relied on their eyes to spot hazards in the water for swimmers, but soon they'll be able to rely on eyes in the sky. The Westpac Lifesaver Rescue Drone Program has commissioned a number of drones that can drop sea marker dye into the water, allowing lifesavers on the shore to more easily spot rips. The drones have been developed by the Ripper Group. The CEO, Ben Trollope, said they had specifically modified drones for the work. Since it said it's modified, what would you guess that drone is? I'm guessing it's like a matrice or something like that. It says, sea markers dye has been used for many years in marine search rescue operations to use the direction of water currents. We've taken the concept of what we use on a much larger drone and custom-built new system to go into smaller drones so it's accessible to organizations like the Surf Lifesaving. So we'll start this year, and it says a lot of times we get called to incidents where people aren't in trouble, but then on the other side of things, it allows us to quickly assess whether we need to send someone on a rescue board, a boat, or even a rescue helicopter. We've been thinking we were willing to roll out these drones for next summer once we finish these trials to make sure whatever we're doing, we've got the right tools and the right locations to help save lives. Alright, see you guys later.